Some cruise guests are a nightmare, and they don't even know it. You might be flushing the wrong thing, folding towels the wrong way, or making the crew's life harder without realizing. I'm going to tell you the 22 things cabin stewards can't stand, but won't say to your face. You'll learn what actually happens when you're not in the room and why tiny mistakes can cause huge problems. Fix these habits now and you'll get better service and avoid being the passenger everyone dreads. Number 22. Spilling drinks all over the cabin or the balcony. That red wine you're sipping on your balcony? When it hits the deck, it doesn't just stain, it creates a sticky mess that attracts every flying insect at the next port. Your steward shows up the next morning to find ants marching across your balcony like they're headed to a sugar convention. Here's where it gets worse. Balcony spills don't stay on your balcony. Gravity sends that fruity cocktail straight down to the passenger below, who's now screaming at guest services about sticky mystery liquid raining on their deck chair. Your steward gets pulled into angry confrontations they had nothing to do with. Wine and cocktail stains on bedding mean you'll face replacement fees on your final bill. Those white sheets cost more than you think. Meanwhile, your steward spends extra time scrubbing sugary messes from carpet and furniture while smiling like nothing happened. Keep drinks away from fabric surfaces and clean spills immediately. Your steward will actually thank you. Number 21. Flushing forbidden items. Cruise ship toilets aren't your home toilet. They use vacuum systems that suck waste through narrow pipes using air pressure. Those flushable wipes you brought? They're not flushable on a ship. Neither are cotton swabs, dental floss, or that plastic cup your kid accidentally dropped. A single wrong item can shut down the plumbing for an entire section of the deck. We're talking about dozens of cabins suddenly without working toilets because someone flushed a tampon applicator. The vacuum system gets clogged, and maintenance has to manually clear the blockage while passengers complain about broken facilities. Your steward gets called to deal with the aftermath. They're the ones who have to explain to angry guests why their toilet isn't working and clean up any overflow mess that happens during the repair process. Maintenance crews have found everything from socks to cell phone cases blocking cruise ship plumbing. One ship discovered a full-size shampoo bottle wedged in the system. The cleanup process involves shutting down multiple bathrooms and manually removing blockages from pressurized pipes. Number 20. Leaving valuables out and putting staff in a tough spot. Your steward walks into your cabin and finds a stack of cash on the nightstand next to your blood pressure medication. Now they're stuck in an impossible situation. Do they pretend they didn't see it? Do they move it to clean around it? Either choice could get them fired. Cruise lines have strict reporting protocols for discovered valuables. Your steward must document everything they find, report it to their supervisor, and fill out incident forms. This creates a paper trail that follows them for the rest of their contract, even when they did nothing wrong. Here's the worst part. When valuables go missing, guess who becomes the first suspect? The last person who had access to your cabin. Your innocent steward now faces interrogation and potential termination because you left your wedding ring on the bathroom counter. This paperwork nightmare eats into their cleaning time for other cabins, putting them behind schedule for the rest of their shift. Always secure valuables in the cabin safe or take them with you. Number 19. Hiding the mess. A perfectly centered pillow over the coffee table raises instant suspicion. Stewards have cataloged every concealment trick, so they switch to detective mode, hunting for the damage the guest hoped would disappear. Covering up problems makes everything worse and more expensive to fix. That red wine stain you hid under a decorative pillow? It's now set permanently into the fabric because you didn't report it immediately. What could have been a quick cleaning job becomes a furniture replacement charge on your final bill. The towel burrito technique is a frequent discovery. Guests wrap stained pillowcases in towels, thinking housekeeping won't notice. Your steward unwraps every towel bundle and finds the evidence every single time. They know to check behind curtains, under beds, and inside drawers where guests stash damaged items. Stewards clean hundreds of cabins per contract. They know all the hiding spots because they've seen them all before. Honesty about accidents leads to faster, cheaper solutions for everyone. Report problems immediately, and your steward can often fix things before they become expensive replacements. Number 18. Moving furniture around for comfort. Your steward has a system. They clean 25 cabins using precise timing and efficient routes. When you rearrange furniture, you're throwing off their entire schedule. They walk in expecting the chair by the window and find it blocking the bathroom door. Now they're playing furniture detective instead of cleaning. Here's the safety issue nobody thinks about. Those chairs you moved to create the perfect reading nook? You just blocked access to emergency equipment or created a fire hazard. Cruise ships have strict regulations about furniture placement for emergency evacuations. Your cozy setup could prevent someone from reaching life jackets during an actual emergency. Your steward now spends extra time returning everything to regulation positions after cleaning your cabin. This pushes back their schedule for every other room, making them rush through other passengers' service. Some pieces of furniture are bolted down for safety during rough seas. When you can't move that desk, it's not poor design. It's preventing furniture from becoming dangerous projectiles when the ship rocks. Ask your steward about furniture arrangement instead of moving things yourself. They know what's safe and legal, and they'll help you get comfortable without creating problems. Number 17. Messing with the minibar setup. That minibar isn't just a fancy snack storage. It's connected to an inventory tracking system that knows exactly which items are where. When you move that bottle of water to make room for your leftover pizza, you're throwing off the entire system. Your steward has to reorganize everything back to its original position and report any discrepancies to their supervisor. They're checking item codes, positions, and quantities against a master list. This takes time away from cleaning other cabins. Here's where billing gets messy. The system thinks you consumed items you only moved. Guest services gets calls from confused passengers charged for drinks they never opened. Your steward then spends time filling out incident reports explaining why the tracking doesn't match reality. Minibars have specific arrangements for inventory and billing purposes. That seemingly random placement of snacks and drinks follows a precise system designed for automatic tracking. Leave the minibar alone and everyone's day goes smoother. Found this cruise guide helpful? Join the crew by subscribing and giving us a thumbs up. You'll never miss a port or a pro tip. Number 16. Hovering and asking, "When will my room be ready?" Picture guests pacing hallways like they're waiting for test results at a doctor's office. They peek around corners, check their watches, and corner stewards with the same question every 10 minutes. Your steward manages 25 cabins with carefully planned cleaning schedules that run like clockwork. Here's what happens when you demand exact cleaning times. Your steward now has to stop their current task, explain their schedule, and reassure you that your cabin will be ready. This interruption throws off their timing for every other room on their list. The domino effect kicks in when one cabin's schedule gets disrupted. If your steward spends extra time answering your questions, the guest in cabin 8234 waits longer for their room. Then cabin 8236 gets delayed. Soon the entire deck is behind schedule because you needed constant updates. Stewards feel frustrated when guests treat them like personal servants on standby. They're not ignoring you or being slow. They're following a system designed to clean all rooms efficiently. Trust the system and your room will be cleaned without drama. Your steward knows their schedule better than you do. Number 15. The Do Not Disturb sign mistake. You return to your cabin at dinner time expecting fresh towels and a made bed. Instead, you find everything exactly like you left it this morning. Your unmade bed stares back at you like a puzzle you can't solve. Here's what happened. You hung that D&D sign on your door handle before heading to breakfast and forgot about it. Your steward saw the sign and followed strict privacy rules that prevent them from entering your cabin under any circumstances. These aren't suggestions. They're legal requirements that protect guest privacy. Your steward cannot override the D&D sign even when they watch you leave for excursions. They might stand in the hallway knowing your room needs cleaning, but that sign creates an invisible barrier they cannot cross. Maritime law and company policy make entering a room with D&D posted grounds for immediate termination. Stewards feel frustrated watching rooms go uncleaned when they want to provide service. They see guests leave but remain legally prevented from entering. The D&D sign acts like an invisible force field that stops all housekeeping service until you remove it. Number 14. Folding dirty towels. You think you're being helpful by neatly folding your used towels and placing them back on the towel rack. Your steward walks in and faces the ultimate guessing game. Are these towels clean or dirty? They look pristine sitting there, perfectly folded like hotel display towels. Here's the gross reality. Your steward might assume those folded towels are still clean and leave them for you to use again. You could end up drying your face with the same towel you used to clean your feet yesterday. That armpit towel from your workout? It's now back on the rack looking fresh and ready. This helpful gesture creates more work and confusion for housekeeping. Your steward has to investigate every folded towel, checking for dampness, stains, or smells to determine if it needs replacing. They're basically playing towel detective when they should be cleaning efficiently. Toss used towels on the bathroom floor or in the tub to signal they need washing. This clear system eliminates guesswork and ensures you get fresh towels every time. Number 13. Leaving wet towels everywhere. Wet towels tossed on wooden furniture create water rings and permanent damage that shows up on your final bill. That soggy bath towel you draped over the desk chair. It's soaking into the wood finish and creating stains that won't come out. Your steward finds furniture warped from moisture damage that could have been prevented. Here's the inventory nightmare. Stewards must replace roughly half their towel supply every day because guests leave wet towels in places where they can't dry properly. Towels stuffed behind beds or shoved in closets develop mold and mildew. They're ruined and have to be thrown out completely. Your steward faces the challenge of cleaning around soggy towels scattered everywhere while you're asking for elaborate towel animals. They're dodging wet fabric obstacles just to vacuum your carpet, then expected to create towel sculptures with their remaining dry inventory. The solution is simple. Hang wet towels in the bathroom for drying, or toss them on the floor when you want fresh replacements. Number 12. Treating your cabin steward like a butler. Stewards juggle 20-plus cabins every shift. They're cleaners and problem solvers, not private valets. Demands for slippers on command or personalized ice runs ask for a level of service standard cabins simply don't include. Some guests expect their steward to remember their coffee preferences, keep track of their daily schedules, and provide personalized attention like a luxury resort butler. These unrealistic expectations ignore the reality of cruise ship operations, where stewards work on tight schedules serving dozens of passengers. Butler-level demands slow down service for everyone else. When you monopolize your steward's time with special requests, the guest in the next cabin waits longer for basic housekeeping. Your neighbor's towels don't get changed because you needed someone to adjust your curtains 3 times. Stewards provide excellent service within realistic cruise ship parameters. They'll keep your cabin clean, replace towels, and handle reasonable requests. But they're housekeepers, not personal assistants. Number 11. Entering cabins before they're ready. Excited guests roll suitcases into rooms where stewards are still cleaning, dragging luggage across freshly mopped floors. You walk into your cabin and find your steward halfway through changing bed sheets, creating an awkward encounter where nobody knows what to do next. Your steward stops their cleaning routine mid-process to accommodate your early arrival. They can't finish making your bed with you standing there unpacking, so they smile politely and leave to return later. This throws off their carefully planned timing for the entire day. Here's the domino effect. When your steward has to return to finish your half-cleaned cabin, it pushes back their schedule for every other room. The guest in cabin 8247 now waits longer for fresh towels because you couldn't wait for your room to be completely ready. Your steward manages multiple cabins on a tight schedule. Early entry forces them to juggle incomplete tasks across different rooms, making their job significantly more stressful and less efficient. Number 10. Leaving bags or strollers where they don't belong. Cruise ship corridors are narrow by design, but guests treat them like personal storage units. Abandoned suitcases line the hallways like they're waiting for boarding calls. Strollers get parked wherever parents decide to stop, creating obstacle courses for everyone else trying to navigate. Your steward pushes a cleaning cart loaded with supplies, fresh linens, and toiletries through these tight spaces. When luggage blocks the pathway, they can't reach cabins efficiently. They're forced to move your bags before they can do their actual job, adding extra time to every cleaning round. Here's the safety issue everyone ignores. Those emergency evacuation routes marked on your cabin door? Your strategically placed luggage just turned them into death traps. During actual emergencies, passengers need clear pathways to reach muster stations and lifeboats quickly. Your steward becomes an unpaid luggage handler, moving guest items away from doorways and emergency equipment. They're lifting heavy suitcases and rearranging strollers just to access the rooms they need to clean. Number 9. Using bed sheets for things they were never meant for. Creative guests turn bed sheets into bath towels after long beach days. Others hang them over windows as makeshift curtains or spread them on deck chairs for poolside picnics. Your steward finds sheets stained with sunscreen, sand, and food because you repurposed hotel-quality linens into multi-purpose tools. Bed sheets aren't designed for the wear and tear of towel usage. The fabric can't handle being wrung out, dragged across rough surfaces, or used to scrub salt water off skin. What looks like minor staining to you becomes permanent damage that ruins entire linen sets. Replacement costs for destroyed bedding can hit your final bill hard. Premium cruise ship sheets cost significantly more than basic hotel linens. Your steward has to document the damage and report it for billing, creating extra paperwork on top of their cleaning duties. Ask for extra towels instead of repurposing bedding. Your steward can provide beach towels, bath towels, and washcloths without destroying expensive linens. Number 8. Not reporting broken things. A flickering bathroom bulb on day 2 seems harmless, so passengers often wait until day 6 to report it. By turnover morning, it's an urgent work order, forcing maintenance to scramble while stewards race the checkout clock. Here's what happens during room turnovers. Your steward has exactly 90 minutes to clean your cabin and prepare it for the next guest. When broken toilets, Burnt-out lights, or faulty air conditioning surface at the last minute, they're working against impossible deadlines, with angry passengers waiting outside. Maintenance issues get worse when left unreported for days. That loose toilet handle becomes a completely broken fixture. The flickering light burns out the electrical socket. Small problems turn into expensive repairs that take hours instead of minutes to fix. Your steward feels frustrated knowing they could have helped if they'd known sooner. They want to solve problems quickly, but they can't fix what they don't know about. Early reporting leads to quick fixes without stress or delays for anyone. Number 7. Reusing dirty cups or plates. A well-meaning traveler rinses a mug in the sink and sets it back on the desk. Ship hygiene rules say any used dish is now contaminated, so the steward must replace it and log the incident, wasting time meant for cleaning. Here's the problem with rinsing and reusing dishes on cruise ships. You can't achieve proper sanitization with bathroom sink water and hand soap. Those cups and plates need commercial-grade washing with high-temperature water and industrial sanitizers to meet maritime health standards. Your quick rinse doesn't eliminate bacteria or meet required cleanliness levels. Environmental good intentions clash directly with cruise ship hygiene requirements. Ships follow international health regulations that don't make exceptions for eco-friendly guests. Used dishes must go through approved washing systems to prevent illness outbreaks that could affect thousands of passengers. Let stewards replace dishes to maintain proper sanitation standards. They know which cleaning processes meet health regulations, and fresh dishes prevent contamination risks for you and other passengers. Number 6. Treating stewards like personal servants. Your steward greets hundreds of guests every day, but most passengers walk past them like they're invisible furniture. They smile and say good morning, yet receive nothing back, perhaps a grunt or complete silence. This daily reality affects crew morale more than most guests realize. Being treated as invisible takes an emotional toll on people who work incredibly hard to make your vacation perfect. Your steward cleans your bathroom, makes your bed, and handles your dirty laundry with professional pride. When passengers dismiss them as background staff, it creates lasting negative impressions that follow you throughout your entire cruise. Here's the contrast that stewards remember. Entitled guests who bark orders and treat them like servants get the bare minimum service. Meanwhile, passengers who say hello, use their steward's name, and show basic human courtesy get exceptional attention and care. Simple acknowledgement and respect cost nothing but mean everything to hard-working crew members. Your steward remembers every interaction, and treating them with dignity creates positive relationships that enhance your entire cruise experience. They're human beings doing demanding jobs, not invisible servants waiting for your commands. Number 5. Stashing garbage like it'll magically disappear. Your steward opens your cabin drawer looking for the TV remote and finds 3 days' worth of banana peels and empty soda cans. Some guests think hiding garbage makes it disappear. Spoiler alert, it doesn't. Your steward becomes a detective hunting for mystery smells and hidden waste throughout your cabin. Here's what happens when garbage gets stashed for days. That apple core you shoved under the bed, it's now attracting fruit flies and creating sticky messes on the carpet. The smell develops into something that makes your steward gag when they finally discover your secret trash hideout. Your steward has found rotting food in the strangest places, behind curtains, inside suitcases, taped under desks, and even stuffed in pillowcases. One steward discovered a week-old fish sandwich wrapped in a towel and hidden in a closet. Another found moldy pizza slices shoved between mattresses. The treasure hunt for hidden garbage adds extra time to cabin cleaning while creating health hazards for everyone. Use the provided trash cans like a normal human being. They're emptied daily, and your steward doesn't have to play garbage hide and seek. Number 4. Demanding complex towel animals. Towel animals delight most cruisers, but some escalate to Jurassic requests. Designing a tiny towel T-Rex or a motorbike-riding lobster consumes precious minutes the steward needs for disinfecting sinks and changing sheets. Your steward is a housekeeper, not a contestant on towel origami competitions. They're trained to fold basic swans, elephants, and monkeys using simple techniques that take 2 minutes each. Complex creations require advanced folding skills, multiple towels, and significantly more time than their cleaning schedule allows. Here's the time difference. A simple towel swan takes 90 seconds to fold. Your requested dragon sculpture requires 15 minutes and uses 8 towels, which other passengers then do without. Meanwhile, your steward falls behind on their 25 cabin cleaning schedule because they're engineering towel masterpieces instead of providing basic housekeeping service. Complex towel requests add pressure to already packed schedules. Your steward wants to make you happy, but they can't spend half their shift creating elaborate towel art while other guests wait for clean rooms. Number 3. Tipping too early. You board the ship on day 1 and slip your steward a crisp $20 bill, expecting VIP treatment for the entire week. Your steward smiles and thanks you, but now they feel pressure instead of appreciation. That early tip creates expectations that turn genuine service into a transaction. Here's the problem with day 1 tipping. Your steward now wonders if you expect special favors, extra towel animals, or priority attention over their other 20 cabins. The tip becomes pressure to deliver services beyond their normal duties. They're thinking about what you might want instead of focusing on standard excellent housekeeping. Early tipping creates awkward expectations when guests assume it guarantees special treatment. You handed over cash before experiencing any service, so your steward doesn't know what earned that tip or what you expect in return. Crew members share that genuine gratitude means more when shown after good service. They appreciate recognition for work they've actually done rather than advance payment for unknown expectations. Better timing works for everyone. Tip mid-cruise to show appreciation for great service, or wait until the end when it reflects real satisfaction with their work. Number 2. Locking themselves on balconies. You step out for a sunset selfie holding your piña colada and hear that dreaded click behind you. Congratulations, you're now locked outside your cabin in nothing but a towel and flip-flops. The balcony door just became your worst enemy. There are 2 main ways this disaster happens. First, the door swings shut while you're posing with your drink. Second, you pull the door closed thinking it'll stay unlocked, but cruise ship balcony doors automatically lock from the outside for security reasons. Now you're stranded, half-dressed, waving at confused neighbors on adjacent balconies. You're trying to explain your situation to strangers while clutching a cocktail and hoping someone speaks English. The awkward conversations get worse when you realize you might be stuck there until your steward's next cleaning round. Your steward has to pause their entire cleaning schedule to handle your lockout emergency. They're juggling master keys while you stand there embarrassed, putting them behind on their other 24 cabins. Never fully close balcony doors without someone inside or with your key card in hand. Those doors lock automatically for security, and prevention beats embarrassing rescue calls. Number 1. Using white towels for makeup or sunblock. Your steward opens your bathroom door and finds towels that look like they survived a beauty influencer's meltdown. Orange foundation streaks cover what used to be pristine white terry cloth. Bronze self-tanner has turned bath towels into tie-dye disasters that no amount of bleach can fix. Foundation, bronzer, and hair dye create permanent stains on white cruise ship linens. That full coverage makeup you applied before dinner, it transfers directly onto towels when you wash your face. Semi-permanent hair color from your vacation touch-up leaves purple and red stains that destroy entire towel sets. Here's the unfair part. Stewards sometimes get blamed for towel damage they didn't cause. Supervisors see destroyed linens and assume housekeeping used harsh chemicals or improper washing techniques. Your steward faces questioning about their cleaning methods when makeup stains were there from day 1. Replacement costs for towels destroyed by makeup and self-tanner add up quickly. Premium cruise ship towels cost significantly more than basic hotel linens. Those orange foundation stains just turned into charges on your final bill. Bring dark washcloths from home for your beauty routines and save the ship's white towels for actual drying. How to apologize to your cabin steward and actually mean it. Everyone makes mistakes on cruises, and stewards understand this better than anyone. They've seen passengers accidentally break things, spill drinks, and create messes. The difference between guests they remember fondly and those they dread comes down to how you handle your mistakes. Empty gestures don't help anyone. Saying sorry while walking away leaves your steward dealing with the problem alone. Meaningful apologies involve taking responsibility and offering to help fix what went wrong. When you spill wine on bedding, don't just apologize. Ask what you can do to help and offer to cover replacement costs if needed. Specific ways to make amends include reporting problems immediately instead of hiding them. If you break something, tell your steward right away so they can arrange repairs before it becomes a bigger issue. Acknowledge when you've created extra work and thank them for handling it professionally. Sincere acknowledgement of mistakes actually improves your service throughout the cruise. Stewards appreciate guests who own their errors and show genuine consideration for the extra work they've created. They remember passengers who treat them with respect during difficult situations. The framework is simple. Admit what happened, apologize sincerely, ask how you can help, and follow through on making it right. This approach transforms awkward situations into positive interactions, things cabin stewards secretly love you doing. Simple actions make stewards' days significantly better, and most passengers don't realize how powerful these gestures are. When you say hello and use your steward's name, you're creating a positive working relationship that changes everything. They remember guests who treat them like real people instead of invisible service machines. Saying hello using their name creates genuine connections that lead to exceptional service. Your steward deals with hundreds of passengers who ignore them completely. When you acknowledge them personally, you stand out as someone worth going the extra mile for. They'll remember your kindness throughout your entire cruise. Leaving rooms tidy before heading out makes their jobs dramatically easier. You don't need to make your bed perfectly, but picking up clothes and clearing surfaces saves your steward precious minutes on every visit. These small considerations add up to significant time savings across their 25-cabin cleaning schedule. Reporting issues kindly and early prevents problems from becoming expensive emergencies. When you mention that flickering light or loose toilet handle immediately, your steward can arrange quick fixes instead of dealing with urgent repairs during busy turnovers. The small gestures stewards appreciate most include saying please and thank you, being patient when they're working, and leaving brief thank you notes. These cost nothing but create positive memories that last their entire contract. Being a considerate guest leads to exceptional service experiences that make your cruise unforgettable. Now, if you're as cruise-obsessed as I am, don't go anywhere. There's another video waiting for you right here on the screen. Just tap it to keep the vacation vibes going with more tips, stories, and cruise secrets. Go on, your suitcase might start packing itself.